Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first episode of the All Players Dota 2 Daily Casts. Uh, this is some trash talking up right now. That's quite hard. Here we have a match between a Gutta met crack and Semi broke his hand. Oh, I think that's an interface glitch. I'm pretty sure they have quite more time to pick than 15 seconds. Either way.
10 seconds remaining.
First band that goes out is Ember Spirit. Seems that people don't like him being able to just ensnare people down and wail on them and crumble beneath his flame guard. Ultimately a magic damage shield and at the same time a magic damage over time. Not quite unlike Darkseer's Iron Shell, for example. Gutamet Krak seems that they don't want to deal with Lycan and his pushing shenanigans. And as well as with Ancient Apparition also being able to negate any pushes whatsoever. Although Semi also seems not really, well, depends on how they see Naga Siren. Although, I guess you can go from a support Naga Siren to suddenly, if she gets sufficiently fed, she just gets a Radiance and is able to split push lanes on her own. And here we have a first pick from Semi, going for Puck, to which Gutta will respond with Invoker and Batrider. Invoker being more and more picked nowadays since he's able to invoke 2 spells at a time rather than 1, although that's been for quite a long time. Okay, Semi might be going for a carry Outward Devourer, which is quite unusual. Well, it's viable, but at the same time people really prefer to use him as a mid to just... Although I guess they just changed their plan in the middle and want to go throw Puck on the offlane while making Outward Devourer go on mid. So as to, well, make the Invoker's life miserable by stealing his intelligence. The bans are going, and I'm horribly sorry for that. I'll fix that in 1 goddamn second. That was a horrible mistake. I apologize.
10 seconds remaining.
So the bans, Nyx Assassin and Rubik are being banned. Something tells me that Gutta really doesn't want the Invoker to be in more of a bad spot, since if Nyx catches Invoker away from his team, Invoker doesn't really have that much time to react, being the squishy hero he is. Seems Semi doesn't really like living armor, considering they banned Treant. Here we have Shadow Shaman getting picked and Lina. Those are 3 ints, and Semi needs to take something. Well, both teams actually are taking ints so far only, and Invoker has his Ghost Walk to get away on Gutta's side, whereas Puck has his Phase Shift and Illusory Orb and Jump. But the other ones, well, Batrider has his Firefly, but generally, both teams seem kinda squishy at the moment. Which is, I guess, why both teams are trying to ban out the likes of Nyx and Ember Spirit. But I'm still unable to really see what is the ultimate plan, overall plan because like it's kind of easy to see on the Gota's side. Is Invoker is going to go mid, Batrider on the off lane, unless they want to try another thing. And then Shadow Shaman as a support, while he can do damage and he has 2 powerful disables, I guess they want to use him. Well, I can't really say much considering they haven't picked anything yet. They've been thrown into a loop considering they've just used up a minute of their bonus time. And that's a Dazzle.
Radiant team pick.
I assume that might be Guta's response to what I said, what I talked about earlier, the inability to survive by their heroes. And what is this? 8 ends in one game. Well, I'm not saying it's not valuable. It's just quite insane. So far, the only late game I'm seeing is on Semi's side, and it's not even late. It's more like mid-late. Or rather, well, before BKBs start flying around, and something tells me BKBs are going to be like flying off the shelves. Although there's Enigma to just not give a damn about black holes. BKBs with this black hole. Whoop. And those are carries being banned by both teams. But so far, when it comes to mid-late game, I would say Semi has the upper hand considering the Outward Devourer and Puck. Unless Invoker gets crazy amounts of levels and maybe buys a Midas to get ahead of the power curve. Other than that, I don't really see how Guta wants to make their draft work.
Reserve time. 10 seconds remaining.
And Guta has to actually think on their feet to actually pick their last pick. That's a Shadow Fiend
Radiant team
against a Puck Lina. That's... I think Semi ultimately chose a better late game. Well, I assume that they chose Sven as their carry. And here we have... me choosing a camera. Here we have Bite, or whatever their name was. Semi broke his hand. Crash talking once more. Here we have Zinz on Outward Devourer, Malay on Sven, Chopstickman on Enigma, and Migi on Puck. Whereas on GM Triple K, that's not wrong, we have Starwix going mid. I guess they abandoned the idea of Invoker going mid. We have Audio someone on Batrider. Limex on Shadow Shaman going top. Batrider going offline. Dazzle going the ways of middle. And KP on Evoker going top. Presumably planning to... presumably on position 1. So OD is just
30 seconds.
checking around stuff. If anyone's trying to go in. Although GM they have already put a word to be aware of any jungle-sided shenanigans. Is their plan to have a roaming Dazzle and Shadow Shaman? That's quite intriguing considering that, Poison Touch isn't really that powerful in early game. Oh, and it seems that Fight are doing a mid dual lane with Lina and Sven. Oh, and I was proven wrong. KP ultimately would decide on going mid as an Invoker. With Starwix going top with Limex. Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't mentioned Vegina or Vegena, whatever, playing as Dazzle. Lina actually just lost half her HP. I assume she thought she would be able to get a better trade, but against a Quas Invoker, or well, you want one level and Quas just gives him. Look at. And I'm bad at again looking at kills. Seems like Outward Devourer wasn't able to handle multiple sticky napalms. So in terms of last hits and denies, top kind of sort of looks like a classical, kind of sort of classic mid lane with Shadow Fiend versus Puck. Although they're quite tight at the moment. Are there any plans on going on? Ooh, that's Alina with an illusion, but she's not really trying to make any moves.
Not for you.
Here's Miggy trying to get try to leech some experience. Batrider being a level 4 in comparison to... He's pretty much one level ahead of Batrider. Ooh, Puck might be in trouble. Well, he's just going to phase shift and orb away. Ooh, that's an invisible lane. And there might be quite some action going on soon. Although it seems KP already knows something is up. And Enigma and OD are going to go on Batrider, Malefice, and it's not really going to be enough. They need more damage. And Sven and Lina going on Invoker, who ultimately was not aware, and he will live with 20 HP. I assume he's now thanking himself for choosing Quas as his first orb. So, wow, Puck is really getting decimated when it comes to last hits in comparison to Shadow Fiend. Whereas Invoker, well, isn't really decimated, he's in the lead. Oh, that's a tornado into... and that's a Lina kill. That's Invoker, Invoker got stunned, but Sven isn't really ready to do anything about that. Oh, that might be dangerous for Puck, getting shackled and getting hit with... Ooh, that's a dodge! If I haven't seen one, and that soul really saved this... Oh, bollocks. Seems like one more stun was enough to get rid of an Invoker, in addition to a level 2 Dragon Slave. Dazzle is just going to, well, take the illusion in front of Lina's nose. So let's see how Enigma has only a Soul Ring and 700 gold. The failed gang on Batrider probably kind of hurts him, since he wasted quite a bit of precious time only to just waste his mana on a Malefice. Well, waste. Here's Puck just using his P-Shooter to scare Shadow Shaman away. It's quite interesting how they aren't using Lina at all to just roam around and try to get something try to do something against the Batrider, who isn't really that farmed. Well, ultimately he has 13 last hits compared, and I missed a kill. Well, seeing as cooldowns and mana is used up, they pretty much used everything. And that's Sven and Lina a vengeance Sven by killing Invoker with a not very hard to cast
Is under attack.
or to aim, rather Dragon Slave. And OD is just pretty much making fun of Batrider, just imprisoning him over and over again. That's an Aquila going the way of Shadow Fiend. It's quite interesting how Shadow Shaman just pretty much abandoned, like he has a smoke and he isn't trying to do anything. That's quite a bit of damage that Shadow Shaman is getting, but no, Puck is dead right there. Welcome to Shackles. While Shadow Shaman is disabled, the other person is also quite disabled. And that's level 6, that's a level 6 Shadow Fiend. And whoops, that's not the keybind I was looking for.
Regeneration.
I cannot remember my keybinds. That's good. Oh well. You'll have to deal with it. In terms of gold, oh, that's the Sunstrike going down bottom to possibly hit Batrider, and that gang on Batrider just turned around quite horribly, getting 2 kills both on OD and Enigma, with everyone on. Oh, and there's Invoker dying due to Laguna Blade to the back. But the TP bottom was quite a commendable choice on GMK's choice, since they were able to turn around a gank and not only save Batrider, but also kill both OD and Enigma, getting them this much back further. And here's Invoker getting face boots, ultimately going the Quas Exort, the path of Quas Exort. So Shadow Fiend is trying to get himself a wand in 8th minute.
Double damage.
2 kills. Oh, somehow, for some reason, I keep thinking she should have a bit more than that, but I might be misinterpreting something. Puck is just going to go back away from Shadow Fiend and a Dazzle with. Although he's not really in that much danger, well, he would receive quite a bit of damage, and now there's. Whoa, that's a Dream Coil on Invoker alone, who is able to run away in Ghost Walk. Sentry or drop, but that's too late. That OD made quite a big mistake, like he TP'd pretty much behind enemy lines. And that Invoker, I guess his Ghost Walk ended, and well played Shadow Races by Shadow Fiend, get rid of Enigma. He was getting this much further behind. I mean, he only has Arcane Boots and Soul Ring at 9th minute, and his forte is supposed to be quick jungle and to be able to get a very fast mech and blink. Some smokes being bought, including one by OD. Oh, that's a missed Sunstrike by Span, while we see GM trying to... Oh dear, that Enigma might be... Never mind, that's that Shadow Fiend. And the Shadow Shaman. And also Dazzle. That was an unfortunate Astral Imprisonment. I'm pretty sure... no, wait. never mind. No, not really unfortunate.
Radiant's top tower has
I'm
been
silly.
denied.
And a tier 2 top denied by OD, whereas top tier 1 was, I'm pretty sure, destroyed. Although I'm not sure if they got if GM got a last hit on it, which would ultimately mean more gold towards them. Speaking of gold, let's look at the grabs. Or not, since 3 people on mid. Well, they haven't used wards on top, or to push that tier 2.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So I assume they just want to get rid of any opposition in mid,
Dire's bottom tower.
while
has
Sven uses his god strength to get rid of GMK's bot tier 1.
Dire's bottom tower.
That's an Enigma trying to... Does he just try to walk up and black hole? Because that's quite ballsy, considering we're talking about Dazzle, Shadow Shaman, and Invoker. And he's actually going to be able to do it! And those are... I'm not sure about that actual imprisonment, considering... Well, he was very well inside Dragon Slayer... Black Hole, excuse me. Lina getting a triple kill, and Buck... That was quite confident.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I guess Buck was just decided, oh, he couldn't have leveled his blink break that high. I don't need to phase shift that.
Dire's middle tower is under
And
attack.
Shadow Fiend keeping mid to try and get some kills, turning GMK turning around, but only getting 1 kill. Well, getting 1 kill and potentially a tower.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yep, that's pretty much a tower. Considering that Semi broke his hand, don't really have
Radiant's middle
anything
tower
ready
is
to counter that push. It seems that... oh, that's a smoke going the way of GMK. Do they actually see anyone to gank? Not really. Although I assume they just want to try and get someone. Yep, that's Enigma. And that's smoke not only being foiled, but, well, Shadow Shaman getting killed. Here comes a Dazzle kill. Bat Rider is just going to Firefly away. That smoke didn't really go the GMK's way. Well, Invoker tried to push, but now decided to back away a bit. Not gonna risk getting devoured by this OD. Let's look at the items. OD still hasn't upgraded his boots yet, as well as Buck. Lina isn't really that surprising, even though she got a couple of kills. She's actually at the top of the charts. Whoops. Oh yeah. Although a couple of Laguna Blades and a... oh, okay. OD was actually getting a Midas at 14 minutes. I'm not sure if that's still viable. I mean, he already has quite a bit of levels. Although I guess he wants to quickly go through the XP slump, as I like to call it, between the 11th level and 12th level. There's a Bat Rider stealing the Invis rune and being able to get away due to the Firefly. Shadow Fiend getting uncontested farm. That's a dead Invoker. That Laguna Blade wasn't really needed. I mean... okay, sure. So, I guess they were afraid of him Ghostal walking away, but he didn't even have it invoked. He could have done it, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't have that quick fingers. And Pug got his Blink Dagger. I guess that's why he didn't upgrade his boost, just to be able to rush it ASAP. And that's Bad Rider pretty much showing off as a... No, wait, he used his Blink Dagger to get the End Beast, so no, he's not showing off anymore. He's just, well, using it. So, Spank was finally built by Chopstick Man. That's Spank getting on Mask of Madness. I hope he's also planning to get BKB quite soon, because if he just uses it in the middle of a fight without a black hole or any sort of initiation, and that's a dead OD due to Lasso, Shackle. That was a slow death. A beautiful black hole, but that's a double kill. Shallow Grave will probably save Bat Rider since well, he can just fly away. It seems Melee wants to go in even further, but I don't think... Like, I'm pretty sure he doesn't see any of the... Oh, well, he did get a glimpse of Dazzle, but I don't think that sort of target interests him. Well, okay, then Mask of Madness purchase... And that's a dead Lina due to a Sunstrike. And Invoker... Invoker just got himself enough of a money injection to get himself a Midas and a Necro book. They seem to want to go all in that push strategy. I guess, again, the Midas is less for the money and more for the experience advantage to be able to not only outlevel the opponents, but also to get out, to get rid of the 11th level and get to the 12th level, where you can get back to leveling quite rapidly. Since 2200 experience is quite a bit to actually go through. Well, I have to be careful here, or else... well, maybe not. But I'm pretty sure if he didn't use his Warcry, and that's a Dream Call used on Invoker, and Invoker killing an Enigma, I guess by a Cold Snap, or a Sunstrike. Let's... never mind, I'm blind. And that's a Sentry Ward well placed to get rid of Ghost Walk Invoker. Well, so it's a 2-for-1 in favor of Semi-Broken's Hand. Oh, that Sentry Ward is barely doesn't see that Observer Ward. That's quite unfortunate. And GM is not really discouraged with, like, our two teammates are dead. We don't care. We just push the tower. Although I think they'll be able to, well, they will be able to get the tower below half health even. But they also ultimately, the GMK ultimately gave away quite a bit of gold in, to Puck and OD. I haven't really made any purchases as of yet. Enigma opting for Force Staff instead of a Blink Dagger. I guess he is confident that his team will be able to just, well, considering two AoE silence, and GMK is going to go for a Ocean. And I'm pretty sure Semi don't really know anything about that. Bat Rider also getting a Force Staff. Age is going the way of Shadow Fiend, since, well, he can be quite a killer with that. Shadow Shaman getting a Blink. Well, not that surprising, since you can just blink in, disable with a Hex, and then if Bat Rider is lagging behind, he can just blink in, lasso, Force Step away.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So it's going to be a trade of tier 1s, but it's ultimately a bit bad for Semi, even though they have a gold advantage of a 1,500 gold and more than 5,000 experience. But
Tower is under attack.
that okay, that's a black hole on 1 and a shallow break to save Shadow Queen, or not, since he decides that he doesn't want to save his Aegis. He's just going to ulti, BKB up and smash everyone. That's 3-4-0 so far. Lasso being used, I assume, on either Sven or Lina. That's Enigma that only Puck is alive. And Puck can't really do much. He already used his tools. And then coming back up.
Radiant's bottom tower
That's quite interesting. I mean, he uses Black Hole already. Why would he do that? And there's Puck finishing threads. Okay, Sven buying back is much more what I would expect. And a tier 3 push is thwarted ultimately with the buybacks and Puck AoE.
Radiant's
And
middle tower
KP was able to get Necro 3. Oh, I never really noticed Veginata getting a Medallion of Courage. I assume it's to just abuse Shadow Fiend's negative armor aura. And that might be a dead Invoker. And ooh, the LSA misses, but they're still able to get the kill. That was quite well. She should have, maybe not should have, but I'm not sure why he just decided to farm Ancients instead of going back to base. And not to mention Radiant Ancients, where putting a ward right here isn't really that that rare. Semi getting ready to push top, although Sven already used, Melee Sven already used his God's Strength. But I guess they don't really think they will need to use it, considering that Shadow Fiend and Invoker is that.
Dire's top tower is under
And I
attack.
missed Shadow Fiend actually getting picked off. That's Veginata trying to hit the 3 with Weave, but
Has fallen.
doesn't seem that Semi is going to do anything more other than take the tier 2 and go away. And with Malik just getting more farm. Chopstick Man is getting, like, that's quite confident just saying in there. I mean, doesn't see anyone from their team, like, at all, aside from Batrider on middle. So he's just gonna safely-ish jungle with his Eidolons, I guess. Seems like KP was able to catch a glimpse of OD, although I'm not sure, and promptly shying away from any possible unwelcomed guests along with OD. Enigma is about 400 gold away from his Blink Dagger. And a well-placed... although that Black Holes weren't really that crucial so far. Oh, is that Batrider? Yes, and that's a... Ooh! Quick Force Staff to not get Lasso. Quick reflexes there by Chopstick Man. Well, somebody seems to just somebody seems to have decided to just like stay on top lane, and GMK are pretty much not pleased with that decision. Although Semi immediately know about that and get the hell away. Oh, and that's a BKB on Melee. Now he'll be able to just BKB, Gut Strength, Mask of Madness, and not give a damn about any magical damage. But there's still a Shadow Fiend with his damage. I mean, he got an Eagle Song, so he's obviously planning for a Butterfly. The evasion is going to be quite useful. Although, and with the BKB, he's going to be I'm not going to say unkillable because those are quite some words, and that's Shadow Shaman getting out of position, getting killed by 4 of semi-team. At least it seems he didn't use any unnecessary cooldowns, aside from a charge on drums, but those aren't really that required to win the game. They can get you kills, but not necessarily win you a whole game. Also, someone will probably prove me wrong in the future. Chopstick, man, hanging the hell around, that's quite dangerous. He has 2400 gold. Why isn't he buying his Blink Dagger? Is he saving for buyback? Buyback is still quite cheap, 800 gold. I don't really get that decision. Although, what's that on? That's not a Blink Dagger. I will tell you how long is it until Roshan gets back up, but I can't be bothered to really read that clock. It's like learning how to read the time from a clock, but without any numbers, just with dots and blinky stuff. It's less than a minute, I guess, until... Yeah, it's less than a minute until Roshan gets back up. Or... Is it? Never mind then, considering that we have a push by Semi on the middle, trying to push that to tier 2. But Genning is being scared away by the Shadow being walking out, and fairly so, considering that the Audio God of something is right behind with his Blink Dagger and Force Staff. Oh, and also Boots of Travel. And that was quite dangerous for Shadow Fiend, but he was able to move away, I guess, minute and 40 before Roshan.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Let's look at the hero levels. It seems that well, bottom half is mostly taken by Invoker of all people. I mean, he went mid and he has a Midas. No, he sold it. Never mind.
Dire's middle tower
I
is
must have
under
missed that. And it seems GM isn't able to do anything about Semi just pushing that middle tier 2. Well, considering they Semi have 2 initiators ready with... Well, Chopstick Man still hasn't bought his Blink Dagger. I really don't get this decision. 3,000 gold, and still, that's a Invoker Outward Devourer getting caught, and Shadow Fiend pulling off a double kill, a triple kill for that ultra kill for Shadow Fiend. That was quite explosive. It seems, and well, Puck was able to get this Dream Coil. It seems that didn't really do much. But I guess that's because... Okay, that's a buyback by Enigma and by Sven. Okay, never mind. Those are 3 buybacks.
middle tower is under attack.
Like the gold they just spent on doing that sort of stuff? I mean, that's 800 here, 870 here, 900 here. That's like 2,500 gold just blammo spent because we need to do something about them getting rid of trying to get rid of our towers. But well, they got rid of well, GMK got rid of Semi's tier 2. But ultimately, I'm pretty sure yeah, the gold graph going the way of GMK. Only 1,500. It's quite interesting that the gold difference hasn't been going. It never really broke the. Well, it broke the border of 2,000 gold for GMK, but getting closer to 3K. That's a big ass chicken. Which the Shadow Fiend promptly devoured for the ages. So Oh, he's going for a Satanic, which isn't really that surprising because the longer you live as a Shadow Fiend in a team fight, the more damage you deal. And that's also the double damage rune which they picked up for Roche. Too bad he's not going to. Too bad for Shadow Fiend, he's not being. He's not going to be able to use it in any future team fight since, as we all know, runes are not eternal. Ooh, that's some good dewarding. Although they didn't deward the Observer ward. Oh, okay. It seems they were too wise to be able to get caught by that ward. But there's another ward on the top lane, which will just tell anyone who's on the semi side, whoever's on top lane, just get out. Don't even bother. And so many trees cleared out. I assume it's by Midnight Pulse, but what for? Did he just want clear vision of the battlefield? So many people keep saying that Timbersaw is pretty much the nemesis of Greenpeace, but Enigma is like, I guess he wants to become more enigmatic than trees by devouring trees. I don't know. That's Shadow Shaman has 2,000 gold and not spending any of it on anything. Oh, and I missed when Chopstick Man finally bought himself a Blink Dagger, which is a big deal considering he can just, given the right conditions, he can just go in, Black Hole, and getting himself a Lincoln Sphere. If he can do it properly-ish, like if Audio Goldo doesn't, he's going the way of BKB. If Audio Goldo doesn't notice the Lincoln Sphere on time, he can actually use up. Well, it's a 50-second cooldown, but you only. But when you initiate, you only really use it once. And if you blow it on someone with a Lincoln Sphere before doing something, I mean, Mad Rider doesn't have anything. He cannot just blink in, use a different spell, and then lasso. He doesn't have anything to disable a Lincoln Sphere. So yeah, it seems that that's a Smoke of the Sea just playing there, and Shadow Fiend was able to finish his Satanic. That's quite a big item considering Aegis, BKB, Butterfly, Satanic. It seems Shadow Fiend wants to deny that, and I mean, there's also Dazzle with Shallowgrave right behind him. It seems that GMK are getting ready to go for a push. And how are we aware of that? Well, they could have caught a glimpse of Shadow Shaman, and now they see Shadow Shaman and or spirits. And I'm pretty sure they're very well aware of the Bat Rider. That's a stun. Why didn't he use a big and no follow up? I guess they're that much. They're that afraid that if they initiate on a Shadow Fiend, he'll just get not only Aegis but also Shallowgrave, and he'll just not give a damn and be able to just Dire's tier 3 is getting pushed. I guess they just don't want to. Will they be able to do it? And that's before a Shallowgrave, and that's a lasso used up. And the Lincoln Sphere, that's horrendous for GMK. I guess they weren't able to check it out. Check his items beforehand, and well, that's one. Well, the ultimate is coming back in 25 more seconds, but it's not like. But they can't just linger around because they ultimately have quite good pokes. With Puck just throwing his orb over and over again. Although it's kind of a duel between, well, not anymore. Although they're going to chase into well, since well, their ward did catch, and that's a is that a black hole? Is that's a black hole and something, and it's interrupted by a flame break. That's a 3-minute cooldown down the drain, and okay, I thought I heard Shadow Fiend ultimate going out, and Invoker's got out and dead. That's quite big, because and he uses Necronomicon, and those minions are already dead. Melee's just going to push out the lane. They have one less thing to worry about. GMK is quite a bit of a pickle because of the Lincoln Sphere and OD. Because Batrider can just pull him out. They have to do something before that, and what can they do? And that's Shadow Shaman getting caught out. Is he able to blink away his or TP away? Excuse me, but Dazzle is going to be so or not? Yeah, he's dead. Bat Rider, not Raider. Just trying to help with his first step of a lion effort, but not enough considering that every well, most disables were used to get rid of Dazzle as well. Yeah, Rasta TP'd away and Walker just sorry. And here you have a pause and some we have a pause from GMK. I guess they had a temporary issue. Someone's ping spiked. Those are 257 last hits on OD. I mean, we're talking about 20k net worth on Shadow Fiend. Oh, that's a Batrider catching out Alina of all people. Well, if you cannot catch OD, that doesn't mean you cannot catch out anyone else. And a dead Lina means no AoE stuns, no Laguna Blade, which is kinda sorta falling behind since, well, I'm not saying it's useless, I'm just saying that on second level, it's not going to be useful for that much longer, considering that Shadow Fiend has a... Okay. Shadow Fiend has a BKB, and well, it is patch 681, so Lina, if she can get the money, I don't really expect for that to happen. She can buy an Aghanims and say, I don't care about the Black King bar. But like I said, I don't really expect for that to happen. Looking at the net worth, we have like in total, OD and Sven have 28,000, more than that. Whereas, and that's that Batrider by OD, and that's a dead Pug. That's 1 for 1, and a Dream Coil was used, I guess, to take out Batrider, but I wonder who got the better deal. I mean, who killed... Well, OD killed Batrider, and whereas Shadow Fiend... What? And my computer is lagging. I'm terribly sorry about that. I should have thought about that before I started casting. Whoops. Well, either way. And that's a Crystallis on him. If he builds that into the Daedalus, that's quite a lot of damage going from him. He isn't even... Shadow Fiend is like, okay, 160 health, I don't care about that. Oh, or never mind, he just went to strength threads. And a Scythe of Vice on OD. That might be quite huge, because if he's able to just force staff in and hex either Shadow Fiend, well, it's not really that easy to just... It's not as simple as hex Shadow Fiend when team fight. I mean, we have Shadowgrave on this on the GM's side, and Roshan getting back up in less than 1.5 minutes. And something tells me GMK are waiting for that one more Aegis to go for one more fight. And that's a called out and dead Lina. how did they actually... They just predict how would she go with the help of this sword? Interesting. But no. And is that that Shadow Fiend? Not necessarily, unless... No black hole. Oh no, never mind, there's a black hole. Oh dear, that's an up cliff. Ouch, that Sanity Eclipse hurt everyone. And Shadow Fiend falls and bites back. OD falls. Buck falls to tons and tons of magical damage. Spanish just going to man up and get lassoed, so Invoker is going to pretty much be able to just DPS him down. So, and with Lina now alive and Enigma already using up his black hole, I don't think Semi really has anything to say at that point. I mean, let's look at the buyback status. Well, who can buy back? Well, Pug just bought back. Odie can buy back. Span can buy back. Well, but again, we have quite a bit of... Holy crap, okay, that team fight went very well for GMK because not only did they get several kills, they were also able to heavily damage, well, but not kill. That's an important part of bottom tier 3, and Lena died... God, that was fast, I didn't even notice it. Whoops. Even though I had the camera right on there. It's embarrassing. But still, they were able to pull out not only 4 kills, but also 4 buybacks. That's insane. I cannot imagine, like, although the graph keeps going up and down, but something tells me it will go right back down again. Invoker KP getting himself a BKB. I guess with 20 levels in, he's just going to be able to put out Forged Spirits and DPS whatever's like whenever he's not being attacked, obviously. Since even at 1800 health, like Odie doesn't really care about. Well, Odie does care about that because BKB blocks out the Arcane Orb, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, it blocks out Sanity's Eclipse as well. Although he does still have to be aware of Sven, but I'm pretty sure Audio Goto is just going to link in. Oh, Audio Goto is also going to Shadow Shaman getting a gem. It seems they don't want to bother with any gem any ward shenanigans anymore. But also, something tells me Audio Goto is just going to blink in and grab Sven instead of an OD, because GMK doesn't really have any options when it comes to, well, they could get Shadow Shaman to just blink in and use Hex, but that's a waste of a disable. Better to just change targets and get rid of another damage dealer. That's Batrider flying around. And, well, Semi is not going to really get caught out that easily. Although, I guess they had a word, but they missed when they were like taking it out with the gem on the Shadow Shaman. And that's BKB, the Shadow. No, that's a BKB, and Shadow Fiend is using up his Aegis. Wards put down, but so Shadow Shaman can pretty much die, and Invoker dead, pretty much dead instantly before he could even think about using his BKB, and Shadow Fiend going all steep for whatever reason. That was a really overconfident decision, considering that, oh, his team was down for the count. Oh, no, that's a wrong face. Excuse me. They weren't really there to help him. Oh, that's a Shiva's guard. I guess they want to hinder any DPS going from Sven and OD. But still, OD and Sven were able to annihilate the KP before he even uses BKB. It's still 10 seconds. He wasn't able to use that. Let's see what others are still planning. Well, something tells me OD is just going to save for buybacks, even though, well, 2 minutes is not that much of a time. I mean, I don't think GMK are going to fight Semi that soon, or rather anytime soon. Puck might either be going for another Hex for the team. I mean, more disables is always good, right? Lina has to be really careful, and she's pretty much dead. Or that was quite long before they reacted on that. Like a couple of seconds. Were they in this? I guess the GMK were in disbelief. Like, who would go into the jungle at that point to put down sentry wards? But yeah, Lina gets taken out, and she has 2,000 gold. She's either saving for buyback as well, or maybe, I don't know, saving for Aghanims to be able to get through Shadow Fiend's BKB if he pulls it off. I mean, before Shadow Fiend uses BKB, if he... Oh, jeez! That's a called out Shadow Fiend. Does he have a buyback? He does, but it's going to be quite costly. Although, he doesn't really... well, he could buy a Daedalus and then get rid of Fire Threats in favor of... And that's just Invoker being mean but not doing much damage due to Eidolons. And is that going to be a black hole? That wouldn't be a good black hole because he's, well, dead. And that's a span getting caught out. Oh, I guess last so. Oh, no, Shadow Shaman got caught out as well. And that's a Shadow Wave being able to finish up Span. He actually got a double kill. 2400 gold. There's tier 3. OD going in, but he's not going to be able... Oh? Are they planning to do something? Yeah. Nope, that's not the blink that you wanted to do, Batrider. Bug going in, but not catching anyone with the Waning Rift, and his Dream Coil is only up in 5. Well, only. Too late to be able to catch Invoker and Dazzle. But, yeah, GM being able to still... Well, I'm saying still, but they lost 3 and like Shadow Fiend, that's a huge kill with him. Well, unfortunately, Semi wasn't able to force out the buyback. That's a Dazzle getting a force step. I guess that's just in case if Shadow Fiend walks in again in the middle of 3 people, so we can just try to get the clutch Shallow Grave. Let's see what others are planning. Others are planning in terms of items. OD. Well, he's just saving up buyback. Never mind. That's the Shiva. Well, he was also saving for a buyback, which is a wise choice considering if he goes down and he's not back up immediately again for a team fight, that team fight is pretty much lost, and if a team fight is lost, those are about racks down, if not more. Considering Shadow Fiend's damage. That depends, obviously, on who'll survive. And that's a Dazzle, not dead, but getting heavily damaged. Ooh, he got caught. And that's those are Dazzle and Shadow. Black Hole being used, getting Shadow Fiend and a Batrider in. Batrider not really being able to do anything, and that's Shadow Shaman got himself back. He missed a gem being dropped. I guess they didn't really care about the gem at that point, they just wanted to kill and get out. I mean, without OD, they don't really have that much damage. At least he still has buyback, so if things get hairy, he can just get out. And Bug will be able to just safely blink away. But yeah, again, Shadow Shaman dead. And again, he will have to build up his souls. Which is ultimately, I mean, that's 18 times 2, that's 36 damage. I mean, really doesn't seem like much, but, you know, the more damage you have, the more damage you can amplify with the Chrysalis. And I assume it's going to be a Daedalus, but it doesn't really seem... I don't think it's going to be up very soon. And Invoker getting an Aghanim's, although he used up his mana quite a bit, and he's planning to... I guess he wants to get the Aghanim's for himself? Okay, never mind. Lina was able to get herself an Aghanim's to ignore any BKBs whatsoever. Well, I guess that I wouldn't say that's a bad choice either. Kind of greedy, but you know, from a I want to get more kills sort of greedy. And I mean, if you are able to just nuke Shadow Fiend or Invoker for 12 more than 1200, that's a cheese. Cheese going the way of Invoker, I guess. Yep. Gosh hack, sure. Okay then. Seems GMK are having some technical issues again. Helpful tips. Although writing down time is not as efficient as it used to be, considering that the respawn time is now a bit more. That's quite a cocky thing to say. KP better doesn't. KP better should pray that this doesn't come back to bite him back in the butt. Either way, let's look at the kills. Lina, even though she's been getting killed over and over again, she's still able to hold the second place right behind Shadow Fiend. I mean, the amount of kills is exactly as you can see. It's like the amount of deaths that just splits them apart. And LD was able to catch up in terms of last hits with Shadow Fiend, but let's look at net worth and catch up in net worth as well. I mean, remember that Shadow Fiend was like 20,000, whereas OD was at about 12,000, 13,000, alongside with Span. Enigma saying that's a foul, calling for a penalty, and Shadow Fiend seems to have resolved, or GMK in the whole have resolved any sort of issues. That's a smoke gang in the plans. Although something tells me they want to make sure Shadow Fiend gets his souls back to the maximum count of 36. I mean, if you want to finish the game, you pretty much have to be ready from all sides, as many sides as you can. But in terms of buyback, Shadow Fiend's buyback has already finished. He needs. Then I guess he wants to get more gold. Never mind. He just bought himself something. A Demon Edge. A Demon Edge and a Daedalus recipe. That's quite dangerous. Like, he's really far behind of getting a buyback. Oh well, no one really has the money. Aside from Shadow Shaman, everyone is like doesn't have enough money to get to buyback. And well, Span buyback is a big thing, obviously, since. And yeah, let's look at the lacking bar charges. 5 second on spans. OD must have bought it recently. I must have just missed that. 10-second Black King bar. one might think OD wouldn't want to buy his worst nemesis, his worst item, ish nemesis, considering the BKB blocks his biggest source of damage. Well, two main sources of damage: Arcane Orb and Sanity's Eclipse. But let's see. That's Puck getting caught out, and that's a Black Hole getting Dazzle and Invoker. Lina Agonist Blade getting used. 681 change coming right through. Cheese being used by Invoker. Batrider flying around trying to get more kills. OD damaging Invoker, but then imprisoning him for whatever reason. Or, well, I guess people are coming in. Oh, and Span ball back. OD is having none of that those Batrider shenanigans. Sanity's Eclipse being used, and he gets away with a Force Step, and Satanic being used by, and that's an Aegis, but he's alone. He's pretty much alone. I mean, Invoker is not going to come back with the only support he can give is what? Sunstrike? Oh, Force Spirits, never mind. Tornado. But that's it. Like, no one really, the only one who died and bought back was Malay from the semi side, but in terms of GMK, Dazzle died, Invoker barely lived. I guess that's due to help from the Batrider and Shadow Shaman when the OD was wailing on him with Arcane Orbs. But yeah, when it comes to buybacks for GMK, Shadowfiend doesn't have one. He needs to almost 1300 gold. That's pretty much at that middle tier 3, if not Rax. Although KP is not having none of that. Although gets Laguna bladed and dead. Again, unless so used on OD, even though they know he has a Lincoln Sphere, and they didn't do anything to disable that. I know, like, while if they just chose a different target, I mean, who else do they have? Like Enigma, Lina, like, okay, Enigma uses Black Hole, but at that point he will be dead for quite a while, as well as Lina. And Lina is right now quite dangerous. Oh, I never really noticed that it says that it can slice through, but I guess Laguna Blade. What else will it do? Bludgeon through Magic Immunity? But either way, ooh, those were some moves, but then decides that no, he doesn't want to. Okay, OD randomly deciding to Astral Imprison Enigma. I guess Enigma was curious, how does it look like on the other side of the prison walls? You can call them walls. I mean, it's space, you don't really have walls. Puck push the yeah, I keep missing whatever Puck is doing, although I'm pretty sure he's doing work. I mean, he bought a Hex, which I missed, but, well, okay. Are they really ready to do, well, OD has a buyback, and something tells me he might be planning to buy some item now, but I think he wants to be, yeah, his reliable is actually lower than unreliable, and I don't think he wants to risk getting killed without a buyback. I mean, reasonably safe. Some might say reasonably boring, but, well, I mean, we're talking about a victory and double players daily cast, so what do you know? Shadowfiend has worked his way up back to 36 souls. Does he have enough for buy? He needs more money, much more money, to be able to buy back, if not when he gets killed. I mean, Senpai are really aware of the Shadow Fiends and Invoker's damage potential. I mean, Invoker is level 22. He maxed out his Exort, so the moment he puts out Alacrity, if not on Shadow Fiend, then on himself, he's pretty much the damage. He's not the highest damage dealer, obviously, but he will deal quite a bit of damage. That's a smoke. Ooh, they want to put out Outward Devour as 8, but will the bait actually go through? But it doesn't seem like it, considering that the GMK are just going to go through the top lane. It's kind of interesting they're going top, although I guess it's because they don't see enemy, they haven't seen enemy team on top. But, well, what I'm trying to say is that, I mean, bot racks are open, open, as long as you get through semi, and I don't think semi are just going to say, hello there, come in, take our racks. And that's a cut out, Lina. And if they just kill Lina, that flame break just, yeah, that's a Dream Call and a Shadow Shaman who didn't use his Serpent Words. Invoker getting called out. He isn't using his BKB yet. That might be okay. Ghost Wall being used, Hex being used on Bad Rider, but he's able to run away. So Lina in traded for Shadow Shaman. I'm not sure what to think of that. Although somebody quite a bit of like Dream Call was used, Ghost Ring was used, but that's not that important. Sanity's Eclipse, which has quite a long cooldown, was used, and it is ultimately quite a bit of well, I'm not saying the main damage source for OD. Ooh, he bought himself, well, he can with this much gold in his bank. He just bought himself a pair of Woods of Tribal. I don't know what's going to be next. Probably not buying a new BKB, because 7 seconds is still, I'm not saying enough for every situation, because even 10 seconds sometimes might not be enough. That's finishing up AC, and GMK are not really in a situation, enough map control to try to think about Roshan, who's back up in less than 20 seconds. Oh, a gem is up, and oh, I thought for a second they were just going to use Courier as the gem carrier, which honestly I'm not even sure if that's possible. I guess it should be, but still. Buybacks are up for OD, Shadow Fiend, and that's a Shadow Fiend getting called out, but Force Staff, Dream Coil, Black Hole being used on 2, but are they able to kill before, well, Shadow Shaman died? Spend 102 minutes of downtime, 100 seconds of downtime for OD. Well, he has buyback, so it doesn't really matter to him. Spen would need 1400 gold buyback, and that's GMK's free slip to get a Roshan. Oh, I guess Shadow Fiend got himself a new BKB, and that's okay. And then he's just in cheese, just like to fuck around. Excuse, pardon my French. And cheese not being taken. Never mind. Dazzle is like, no, I need some dairy products in my diet.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And they're just and GMK are going to use Sven's downtime. I mean, Black Hole was used. 2 minutes until another Black Hole. The only ulti that is well, Dream Coil will probably be up for whatever they need. Them being transferred to Dazzle. It pretty much is going to be back up. And yeah, Shadow Fiend got himself another 10-second BKB. I'm pretty sure he's mashing the BKB button, right? No, we're not. Never mind. Again, last on Lincoln's spear, on the Ali with Lincoln's spear. Green coil on 2, but no follow-up. They just broke the leash and that gave a damn. 20 seconds still until Sven goes back up and... Yep, Alacrity. Ooh. That's a dead Batrider. That's a dead Dazzle. Shadow Pain still has his Aegis and finally using his BKB. Invoker putting out. That's quite a. Shadow Shaman was like, yes, I shackled him, and then nothing, no follow up. Also, only core members of GMK still alive. Well, I'm saying only, but no one died. No wait, never mind. OD bought. No, OD didn't buy it back just now. Yeah, they didn't really kill anybody on Semi's side, and they lost 3. And that might be a third loss coming in. 4th loss, but Red Rider brought back. Grabbed OD. He got disarmed. Is that the Hellvin's Halberd? No, wait, never mind. Definitely blessed. OD barely alive, trying to run away. He still has a 4th step to run away, but he's not going to use it. And Batrider is going to die. And Shadow Fiend just killing off Sven, who doesn't have his buyback again. OD barely alive, Bug barely alive, Enigma barely alive. And he pretty much, well, not needs to live, but he has a black hole up. KP on the pursuit, although he doesn't really have that much of an idea where to go, although he's planning to use his long-range tornado to catch, well, if he's going to go for that OD already TP'd back to base, so it's really dangerous actually for Enigma, but Enigma is just going to BKB Maleficent Invoker and get away. Dream Caller going to be OD going in hard. Hexing the Invoker, another Hex going on the Shadow Shaman who's able to put this Dazzle kill murder outright by Laguna Blade. That's a Gem at First Sight just lying there. Whoever's Gem at First Sight that is. Invoker and Shadow Fiend again alone. I don't think that's a favorable situation. I mean, well, okay, Shadow Fiend does have a. Oh, he uses Satanic right now. I guess he just wants to be up. Let's see. Oh, that's Shadow Shaman's gem. No, that's a. Or just another one laying over here. Lena got herself a Blink Dagger, which is. Well, 66 minutes in. Quite a late purchase, but better late than never, I guess. A refresher on OD. He just wants to go all the hell in. I mean, he doesn't have a buyback, does he? No, he doesn't. So, the fun thing about Refresher and Sanity's Eclipse, they both share the same cooldown, or excuse me, not share. They have the same cooldown of 160 seconds. So it's like. Every time your ulti is up, you can use it. You can double down on that. But that's still another jam. I mean, wait, there's a jam right over there. I guess they missed it, but how would they miss it? That's quite a purchase for. Where is it actually? Is it on their courier? No, it's holding jam. Will they? No.
Formless expression of self.
Did they just sell it? Or. Never mind.
Radiant's middle tower
Shiva's being used by. Where's Shiva's? I forgot. Oh, the opposite. GMK getting ready. Weave being used, but Weave is going to wear off quite soon. Although Weave isn't really that helpful when it comes to defensive weave, I mean offensive, might be crucial because that minus infinite amounts of armor means infinite damage from Shadow Fiend. And no, it's not infinite, but again, weave being used defensively, even though weave has a crazy range. Although I don't think Dazzle wants to like walk up there and say hello there and like wave his weave around. I mean, we're talking about the span. Well, uses okay, waning grid, but no dream coin. Double Sanity's Eclipse, not killing off anyone. Enigma killing off Dazzle, Batrider dead, Shadow Fiend dead, almost everyone dead, and Ghostwalk invoked, J, the G, and K all dead. They have buybacks. Shadow Fiend has a buyback. And Invoker has a buyback, but can they handle 2 versus 5? I mean, ultis have been used, the only one that's still up. That's a crucial one. Dream Coin. On Semi's side, I mean. Whereas Shadow Fiend wasn't really able to use this Requiem of Souls. When was the last time he actually used it? Quite a long time ago. I don't think AP himself will be able to defend this middle tier 3. I mean, yeah, that's although EMP meteor. Oh dear. Ghostwalker used right on time. He doesn't care. He just KP just wants to kill. But that was too aggressive. As right now he's going to be down for 2 minutes. That's 2 minutes without, well, crazy amounts of damage at that point, and that's middle rack dead, and Shadow Fiend got back up, Dazzle got back up, Shadow Shaman following suit soon, 3 seconds, but that's like tier 3 top dead. Racks, 2 sets of racks killed because of a very good team fight. I mean, well, on GMK's side, they just plain got caught by a black hole, and that's not a thing that you should do with that lane in a game. I mean, most seasoned Dota 2 players know that black hole can be well, or rather, is the a refresher orb in the makings for Enigma, because I guess he just wants to hold them in one place for 8 seconds straight. The question is he going to be able to pull it off? But who knows, considering that he was able to catch. I'm not really sure who Enigma caught during the last fight, but he did catch. Well, they were able to ultimately with the usage of all ultis, including the double Sanity's Eclipse, which didn't really downright kill anyone, but ultimately dealt quite a bit of damage. And no, OD, you're not going to be able to catch this Batrider. Forceps does only pushes you 600 units forward. Not to mention Batrider has a Forceps of his own, so giant chicken once more, and another cheese. That's like 5th roach if I'm counting that right. Good. Probably. That's another Aegis whatever, going the way of Shadow Fiend. And she's going will be picked up by Shadow Shaman. It's kind of awkward for him, because if he suddenly gets focused while he's shackling, and if he uses cheese, I'm pretty sure that interrupts his channel. I'm not sure, but I think it does. Let's look at hero levels. Wrong button. Net worth. We're looking at 53,000 on Semi side of OD plus Fen versus 49,000. That's like 4k for 1,000 gold difference. But ultimately, the most important stat at this point, me at least, is buybacks. I mean, Shadow Fiend, if he dies,
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Okay, so no other defenses for GMK anymore. Well, that has been long the same for Semi's side, but Semi still has 2 racks, whereas GMK are 1 set of racks away from Mega Creeps, and that's not a GG. I mean, we're talking about Invoker with Meteor, a Tornado, Deafening Blast, and also we're talking about the Shadow Fiend with his crazy DPS. I mean, 0.62 seconds per attack. That's almost 2 attacks per second. Well, not almost, but still close enough. It's either a Hex or a Lincoln Sphere. I think it's too late for a Lincoln Sphere being planted by KP. But GMK are pretty much tied to their base unless they make a supreme defense. I don't think GMK can come back from this. But never say never. I mean, if you give up whenever you only have 1 set of racks, then when can you actually win when you're in dire straits? Pun not intended. Dazzle wasn't really able. Well, he just keeps buying and buying more and more support items. Although I think that smoke has been around for quite a while. I mean, I remember someone. No, that was OD back in the beginning buying a smoke. I thought I mixed the teams. Semi is just getting ready. I mean, ulti's up. Ultimates are up for both teams, but that means GMK is pretty much. They're planning to go outside. I mean, if they go out and they get caught in a black hole, 2 black holes, I might say, because the refresher is there. It's 8 seconds of BKB piercing disable. AoE on that. Not to mention, there's also there's more than one AoE. Divine Rapier. Holy smokes! This is GMK's answer to this bad situation, and the courier is going to hide the rapier. I guess they want to hide it, but is he going to be able to just like drop an item, grab a rapier from the courier on time? I guess because I can understand why he doesn't, why they don't want to show the rapier just yet, but still. So with the purchase of that token, I'm not sure what's going up with that. See who ultimately has the most kills. OD is doing work. Well, everyone is doing their jobs, although Puck. Never mind. I was looking at the kills and then I hovered into assists with 33. I mean, that's 23 kills he hasn't been to help with. Well, I'm not saying he's being selfish or anything. I mean, 33 assists, come on. Rapier, still in fine and safe, although I need to check. Like if the creeps go up, do they see the courier? Not sure. Aegis is being reclaimed in 1 minute. The Aegis is like the one thing that can safeguard a bit, not really, but kind of safeguard the Rapier from being dropped. Well, I don't think GMK really has any plan if they lose the upcoming, and it is going to happen, although I don't know when. It's like a never-ending war of pokes. Illusory Orb, Flame Braid, Dragon Slaves, half a minute left in the Aegis. What's the status on Baypacks? This situation is really bad for GMK because even if they manage to kill off, that's a weird smoke. But either way, even if JMK succeed in this team fight, still have to if Semi still have
Tower is under
4 buybacks with 5th incoming. Well, not that fast because Enigma can't really destroy the creep waves on his own. Some Swedish trash talk, I guess, being thrown around. Another pause from GMK's side. Oh, and Semi also has to take a break. Well, can't blame him. 77-minute game. 78. My apologies. I wasn't really expecting for that to be on my first day of the daily cast, but I don't mind. Although I do hope they will finish in. I'm not saying like soon because of the bad time. Although that was kind of okay. And then I think there's some lack of coordination. Although okay, Enigma is still there. I guess it was sort of a joke. I guess I don't know what happened there. Like, Enigma said we are back 3 minutes, and then he's already back. Tornado being thrown out, EMP just to, well, faff around. Although, getting rid of Sven's mana might be quite a good thing, because he won't be able to use his stun, he won't be able to use this Mask of Madness, which costs, well, 25 mana, that's not much, but not being able to use his stun and God Strength, that's quite a lot. I mean, he already has some of them on him back, but still. Net worth levels, 58. Anyone get hit by the CMP? Where's Fan? I wonder if they will fall for it. Never mind. Considering the levels of jokes. That doesn't seem like that doesn't look like a hex in the making. To be that. So he does. Oh, that was some lag on my side. Excuse me. 50 seconds until Roche is up, but Semi can't take that. But GMK, they are tied hard to their base. Tornado, EMP, Meatball, or Spirits. He's just pretty much casting the spells all around. I mean, well, Ice Wall. What's that plan? I don't think so. Well, I'm not going to discredit his KP's invoker skill. I guess he's just having fun with the stalemate that's going on here. And, well, him having an Aganus, which means free invoke. Oh crap, that's OD getting called out dead. He still has buyback, which immediately goes out. Black Hole being cancelled. Refresher, Black Hole. Laguna Blade being used. 2 buybacks from GMK's side and by Shadow Queen. Where's the Rapier? Rapier has to be somewhere. Double Sanity's Eclipse, but not killing anyone. Shadow Fiend dead, and GMK very much says the Rapier is on Enigma, good to know. Thanks for saying that. And buybacks. Like, well, 2 buybacks only so far, so whoops. And GG. You know, they were able to catch the OD. They weren't really able to do anything with that because, well, he died and he died the second time, but Shadow Fiend was caught dead in his tracks. I guess welcome to good manners, not really. Okay. This has been the first episode of Double Players Daily Cast Dota 2. Signing off.